Well, we're getting ready to go into the first round. Predictions.
Oh, that's
Give me
actually
a score line.
really. Oh, that's so messed up.
I'm
These
gonna
are
say
like
Jack is AFK 4-2.
really. Is it because FHS got like 4?
I think Jack is AFK maybe had a little bit of a like. Oh, the teams are actually
The teams are
a little
flipped.
bit.
I was like,
So it's Jack is AFK is actually in red and on defense. For
wait,
anyone
why
a
did
little bit
who
confused.
shot? Was that Wally? He's shooting down
I
something.
think he was shooting some of that. Yeah, the
Oh, he's shooting
defense
down that
shoots some of the
house.
houses.
Yeah.
Either around the cap on the H line or some of the buildings in the
I'm
center. And
sorry, I haven't played.
it's been flipped and it's perfect now.
Yay!
Double Kronwagen from FHS on attack and double back going straight into the cap. VZ's going out wide and double Kronwagen couldn't come in here either.
This is actually what I've wanted to see,
one will
though.
get on cap and one will probably stay back.
Right.
And the I7's just playing on the outside and he's playing looking for shots on that high ground. And we know that Wallhex is at that church in his I7. So immediate pressure. Jack is AFK is forced to make a reaction very quickly.
Wally going
Wallhex
for it.
is driving very
aggressively.
Takes 1 hit, 2 hits.
We need resets!
Bounce.
And they're gonna get off.
Is she taking a hit from Coma?
But Flounder can just farm Wally for free, but he actually misses him.
They're gone. They are leaving. Brett is already flexing over to try to get shots, but they will pick Wallhex here and actually not overcommitting. They're doing a really smart thing because Vova needs to just not take unneeded damage here.
Correct.
And let Chase just force his reload and try to stay alive as long as possible because they got that pick and now they just need to try to readjust and get him prepped. Coma's down to 400 HP. Paddington got some shots. Flounder's starting to come in. They just need to not overreact. Once Flounder gets in here,
Flounder's probably gonna go under the ridge, and over.
Oh, Chase is poking out. He's trying to get safe from Floppy, and Jack does get the shots. And honestly, if it comes down to it, it's better that Captain Jack gets the shot onto him than it does Floppy.
Every time I see Anthony in STB, he always gets like shot in the back. You notice that?
Yeah.
He needs to work on that.
But they're looking to get the shots on Captain Jack now. He should be reloaded. He gets the kill on the Fishy. FHS up in HP by 2,000. They're going to kill Captain Jack before he's able to get another clip out. Floppy's starting to shoot into the back of the Kronwagen played by Mr. Bix. He will continue to fire as Ober tries to get as safe as he can to as many guns as possible. The VZ's coming in. It is a 4-on-4.
Correct.
Ober will not get another shot out. Floppy gets the kill, and Paddington now needing to
Paddington coming in.
Flounder should be able to
Flounder's
get it if he reloads in time. He's probably called for the kill, and he gets it. And then he survives the next shot from Brett. And now,
oh my god, that Coma pick was so important for him.
Anthony getting rammed.
To make sure they just secure it, you know?
Yeah, because one more shot and he is dead. And now the I7 bounces, but Vova should be able to get the kill. And now it's just Brett. And FHS, although the HP's somewhat close, about to get their first victory unless Brett pulls off. I mean, Brett right now in comms probably saying, I've got this. And you know what else?
Probably not, actually.
I didn't notice this. There's no Ox. Captain Jack is playing.
Correct. Jack is not AFK. I repeat, Jack is not AFK.
1-0 for FHS. A well-executed, well-timed strategy. It was a little close at the end, but that was a good strat. The lineup suggested they could cap fast, but it wouldn't be a complete all-in. And to Jack. Do I call him Jack? To Jack as AFK's credit, they were set up properly for it, but I felt like FHS watched some of the other games and they knew that Wallhex would be at that church, and they almost set up pretty much for that. And I don't want to say it was a hard counter.
I was hoping we would see I was hoping we would see a Wally Flounder 1v1 IS7 fight, because
the night is young, my friend.
I know. I want to see it.
Safe.
I think a lot of people want to see it.
That's for the tiebreaker.
Or maybe it's just me. So you were in favor of Jack as AFK, correct?
I want to amend my position.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I guess I'll go in favor of FHS just to keep it spicy, because I feel like this could go either way. I almost feel like it's like who lost and then started actually taking this seriously. That's really what it comes down to. I personally feel like.
I want good matches, is what I want. Like, even no matter who wins, whether it's close or not, I want good matches. It can be a 4-0, as long as the matches themselves are well played and enjoyable to watch, it doesn't matter to me. Oh, it's always nice to have a tiebreaker, but you know, there are tiebreakers where you're sitting there pulling your hair out because you're going, yeah, this team keeps, you know, making some bonehead plays and they're losing. Like no one's playing consistently well. Like when teams are evenly matched, it's really enjoyable to watch. And you can see post-game stats. I mean, Paddington Flounder above 3K. Anthony getting 3K though, still on his STB, even though we poked a little fun at him.
Yeah. No, Anthony did really good. It's just he got into like a sudden situation where he has to like leave, right? But
sometimes we poke a little fun at these players. It's not typically it is not a personal attack.
100% a personal attack from me. These players know I'm being serious. They're constantly depressed. They constantly cry about viral that I'm bullying them. As you can tell, I'm being very sarcastic.
In the World of Tanks community, as long as I have since its inception, I guess, is that no one ever takes anything Smiley says seriously.
Okay, dude. That's they
always go, yeah, it's Smiley.
Oh, come on. It's not like that.
I'm just kidding. Smiley is a very, very good, like, I think the first time I met Smiley was like one of the live events and getting an Uber like from the airport or something, or we met at the airport. And Smiley is a pleasure to any tanking ladies or gentlemen out there that ever meet Smiley in person, share an Uber with the guy.
Okay. I think Maril, I shared an Uber with Maril. It was Maril and somebody else, yeah. And the dude put on like classic hip hop. Like, it was all a dream. And I was like, singing along with it with the Uber driver. And then Maril was just like, I forgot what state he's from, like Michigan or Montana. He's like, I'm from Montana. And he's just like, and he's just like looking all nervous, dude. He was young back then.
Wherever it was, like Vegas or LA or something.
It was LA,
these events happen.
No, we met in the lobby. Our Ubers were there like almost simultaneously. We met at the lobby.
Chances are, and I think you said I gave you a hug, and typically that's what
you gave me a bear hug. You were in like a pink.
I give everyone hugs,
like casual shirt, and you were like Smiley, and I was like, who the heck is this guy? Who Omega Lol, right? And then you're like, it's me, Germ, and I was like, oh, Germ, forget about it, hey. Yeah, no, it was really fun. I think the funniest thing about that was when we all made fun a lot because he said he was like 6'2", but he was like maybe 5'11". He's like, I'm 6'2". Oh. He just like made fun of his height.
I just remember meeting Miz the first time, and he was very small. Zevin, little guy.
Yeah, X-Soldier's tiny.
X-Soldier's tiny. I met X-Soldier at the airport at I think it was Burbank.
He's tiny
or LAX,
with like the deepest of voices.
He was chain smoking, and he was just like, and then we were getting our bags. X-Soldier's a great guy. I love Lil X. He's a
Little X.
He's
that's his rapper name, by the way. You guys can go check him out on Spotify.
Yeah, he's like a transplanted redneck. He's like, you know, he's like I'm from Texas now. Like,
right.
Look at the take pics. We're really going off the. It's Friday, everybody. We're looking here going into round number 2. On Muravanka.
It's Friday.
1 Kronwagen, double IS7, double Batchat, 1277 from Jack is AFK. Double Kronwagen, 1 BZ, 1 Super Conk, 1 Bat, 1277 from FHS. A very, very similar lineup from both teams. Double Bat, though, for Jack is AFK. And we saw that the double Bat, honestly, pretty much single-handedly clutched the match on Wednesday on Muravanka for them.
True.
Yeah, here
on defense, you probably only need 1 bat chat. I still am under the inclination that if Team Flare
just double Kron on defense.
Yeah,
it worked on attack, but on defense. Well, I mean, we'll see.
Because if they have one of them if they have one on the red line and then one in the middle, I mean, like you literally can have the bad chat play offside, right? For free, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that's their plan.
The problem is those shots from the one line are so like not Kronwagen style shots.
right.
Like they're kind of like the half snaps type things, or you may load HE.
Well, they're going really strong. I mean, seeing this is really, if they actually decide to do like a 2-cap play here or something, that should be really smart of them because, since they brought 2 Krons, I feel like depending on how they.
Once the Krons have to push out,
correct.
If they had to push out in that city, yeah, there's like they're fast, like that's good, like going downhill. But I mean, and also that Kronwagen. Once you get into those fights in that 5-6 line in that city with heat shells, yikes! It is there is so much debris in that town in the middle of Mervanka, so many fence posts, so many things of laundry from a little babushka, out under her front yard. There's so many things that just eat heat shells up that not having an APCR gold round really is a big detriment, or at least an AP round that you can quickly switch to, depending on what you're fighting. In a Kronwagen, you can't do that. And hey, aggression from FHS, flexing north, but no one's home. And honestly, knowing Jack is AFK, they may want to do that cap pressure. And you can see the I-7, I think, being played by Wally is going down there, unless Wally's the one in the forest. Well, and they may be doing that thing where they just want to kind of take the map and then flex back. But that we've seen them kind of do it before. But yeah, they'll probably just end up putting one of the Batchets on it.
If I remember right, didn't Brett get picked north when they were on defense?
Yes.
And they kind of did the same thing here, but the other team had set up for it, right? And I think Floppy ended up picking.
It ended up being kind of like an even.
Like it was ended up an even trade because he clipped.
Really close.
They clipped the Batchets clipped each other, and then I think it was like Floppy
died from Flare. Or Floppy. One of
it was
them
Floppy finished him, and then Floppy not only did he finish him, but I think he actually even won the CS fight
because it was like on the cap. So looking at this cap, one of the systems that we used to use on my team was that we would refer to it, if you look at the mini map, not like right ahead on your vision. For blinds and stuff, we would refer to parts of the cap. We would just refer to it as a clock. So north would be a 12, south would be a 6. Basically, where Captain Jack is pretty much right on the 3 o'clock. So when we're talking about blinds and where people have blinds at, we would say, I'm shooting at 3 o'clock, I'm shooting at 6 o'clock, or especially when you hit, you say where you hit. These are just little things that now that I no longer play competitively, I have no problem letting loose whatever the little things that we would say.
How's that 3 o'clock? I'm confused.
3 o'clock?
Yeah.
If you look at the mini map, right?
Oh,
imagine it's a clock. The circle's a clock.
Doesn't the thing go right though? A clock? Wouldn't he be at 9? I don't know. Never mind. I can't.
9 o'clock would be at towards the 6 line side, and you can see your Paddington coming in, looking for a little pokey poke, and they get off the cap. But now Paddington is committed. They have their Batchet at the church, and no one else, I believe, is committed. But mostly all flex back. I think they have one tank no, they actually have no one in the north. I did not see that they brought the other tank all the way to K4 as well. Now that they've they've used the cap, Jack AFK has used the cap purely as a bait to force FHS out of their positions. They've gotten 1 shot of damage. Maybe they'll get more. There's a 2nd shot. There's a 3rd shot. And a fire on the Paddington. He's going to burn down to be a 2-shot. He will most likely, though. This house is not safe.
No,
they can pivot around, and they will find him. Wally's just going to tee off whenever he reloads. And Paddington should die. He'll try to run again, I think. But I think he's dark at the moment. And Captain Jack now does what? Back on cap. Got 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Maybe Wilhawks does not have as clear of a shot as we thought with maybe the undulation of that road. Or he's just unsure with blinding at it. Could be some debris in the way that we're not able to quite see as easily. Because there's some elevation differentials. When you have the bird's eye view, sometimes things look a little simpler than once you guys start playing the game itself. Just like watching people when they're playing on a Twitch stream. When you're watching Smiley, 3 mark his VZ55, you go, wow.
He's so bad at the game.
But yeah, you got Now, how are they going to get the resets? Because Paddington isn't going to be able to spot it, and they aren't blinding. Flounder, I mean, maybe he has been, and I just haven't seen it happen. But if he has been, and now that the cap's about at 50%, Brett comes in, and now the pressure ramps up. Whatever FHS were going to do, which is going to be a K-line play, now they got to put the pedal to the metal, and they were actually already in position to do this. And Flounder takes a hit, but Chase will lead the way, and now they are driving off.
Look
the cap.
at this
Brett takes a hit,
dude. This combo
and they're
line.
going straight in. They're going to try to ignore all the tanks in the north as best they can. Once they get in towards wall hacks, they will be safe, but it's going to take a while. It's a long distance run. Now the cap is stopped, and I mean, in all honesty, they could have maybe turned around, but they've committed now. They are in. Fishy
they have
taking
to.
a big amount of hits. Chase getting tracked, going for the shots on the wall hikes, but Fishy needs to get all three out before he inevitably goes down, and he's only gotten out one. He gets out, I think, the second. He's dead. Wall hacks continuing to live. He's at 600 HP, doing his job. Down he goes. Chase is down to 900. Vova's at 1,000. Captain Jack and Brett are on the run, probably forcing their clips. And HP
Brett
is
also
heavily in Jack as AFK's favor, and going to be more so. But 2 minutes remain. And now Jack as AFK have to clean this up, because after they kill these tanks, they have to get over and get the Super Conqueror out.
I wonder if they're trying to. Did they just leave the Super Conk? Like, what is, I guess
think the Super Conqueror has to get what shots out it can right now, because there's not enough time, because maybe he can kill something. But Floppy trying to get what shots he can, and maybe
it's going to be really close. He's
just a little bit ahead of his team. Captain Jack and Anthony have arrived. Down goes Chase. Ober will be the next target, but it looks like no, he's going for Vova, and that's the right call, because Ober's going to get his clip out anyway. And down he goes to Anthony. Now it's just the Super Conqueror and the 277 left alive, and Jack.
Yeah, they have too many mobile tanks to try to play for time. Jack as AFK has too many mobile tanks alive for like Flounder to try to play for time.
So it took them a little while to get that cap pressure going, but they had just enough time to make it work.
Oh, here comes Patty. Well, Brett is about to be loaded. And he hits those.
Securing the kill.
Now it's just Flounder.
I'm unsure. I mentioned right at the time, I was like, technically, once they got off the cap, I was like, they could turn around, because there wasn't much that could really punish them. They could have just, kind of stopped the push. You know what I mean? Because they weren't really taking damage at that point. But at the same time,
they were probably lit, though.
Yeah, but did anyone have shots? I could be just saying, and at that point they're already committed. Maybe that's just me kind of just throwing out a But K-line push, their tanks don't allow for it. The Kronwagen was just not built for that. The Kronwagen's built different, but it's not built different like that. Post game stats:
Floppy,
Chase 2,600, Flounder 2,500. They're the only 2 kills for FHS, but Floppy 3,500 in the 277 doing.
So they traded 1-1, and both teams won on attack. That's interesting.
Yeah, and Jack as AFK's attack was definitely more decisive. It felt like FHS were overcompensating for that 2-line cap, and they didn't have a good play.
Now that I think about it, I feel like attack wins a lot on this map.
It could. With only 6 tanks, even compared to the 7, and with the 2-of rule, you really run the risk. Like, one thing with Muravanka is, with the 2-of rule, you lack some of the options to make your lineup very mobile and similar. Like, there is no, I mean, you could bring like double 277, double 113, and I don't know, like an IS7 and a Kron or something, or a bat or double bat or something like that, and be really mobile, but it doesn't quite work anymore. I don't think, not against some of these line, especially with the tank picking.